Commander.
Yes, Commander.
Aye, aye. Good to go.
I'm on it, Commander.
Got it covered.
Affirmative.
Copy that.
Solid copy.
Hello people of the earth and welcome back to QuickSaveTV. My name is Mike and this is XCOM Enemy Unknown. Specifically, this video is going to be about the multiplayer in this game, which was... I really don't know how to put it. It wasn't, it is still, I mean, it is a continuous experience of utter lack of balance, weird combinations of units, and a ton of fun. I mean, for me, it's my first tactical game in which I would ever go to a multiplayer. Generally, I believe I'm one of those old-fashioned folks that believe that the tactical game is a single-player experience, right? But now I was like, you know, XCOM has the multiplayer, and I have the game, and I actually had to buy it 2 times. For any of you who does not know that, I've bought the game 2 times. I've bought it first from the Russian retailer, and then because Firaxis in combination with Steam decided to be a whole bunch of assholes, they just blocked me from playing the game, right? I have to be in Russia to play it, so I couldn't play it, and they declined me a refund, about which we're going to talk in another video. But the point is, I bought another city key, the European one, the multi-region or whatever it's called, the region 3 key, and now I'm able to play the game. Now was before. Anyway, that's a bunch of flood. The point is, I've played the multiplayer and I really enjoyed it, but I think it should use a lot of improvement. It could use a ton of improvement, as a matter of fact, because it seems that many items are not very well thought. The way they are balanced, they're not really, in my opinion. And the way you can combine units is really rock, paper, scissors, because in some circumstances you're going to be completely decimated, in some others you're going to decimate the enemy without any chance, without even giving any remote chance to the enemy. I myself like a lot my combination of 2 assaults and the third. I'm trying support right now. I've tried assault, I've tried a sniper, now I'm trying a support character. It's just generally easier to get a cheap support. I tried to equip. That's the team. The way it works is that I'm trying to position my assaults in such a fashion that the enemy does not see them, or they are in a position when they can easily reach the enemy, and my support is generally just drawing the enemy fire, right? Provided that my support can survive long enough, I will charge with my assaults at the enemy and just gonna obliterate him. The problem starts happening when the enemy has mind controlling folks, those the sectoid commanders, or when he has a whole bunch of whatever else. Well, anyway, it's fun. It's fun. You can see the gameplay footage right now. I'm not gonna show you my defeats. You dream on. You're not gonna see them. You're only going to see the cheesy victories in which I defeat the enemy by shooting a rapid fire ability with an assault, which had on both hits 30% chance to hit, and both were successful, and that was the win. Actually, the guy just said, you know, that's it. That's about it. That was my squad. He had 1 sniper with a very, very superb equipment and a whole bunch of sectoids just supporting the sniper. There were 5 sectoids and 1 sniper. So anyway, the way it operates is, you have 10,000 points, right? And on these points you can purchase yourself specific units in your squad. You can have up to 6 units in your squad. Each individual units cost different amount of things, and each units are different, right? I mean, the way you can apply them and the way they counter other units are also very different. You can apply all the units that were available to you in the game, in the main game, okay? I mean, against which you were fighting, the aliens, as well as your soldiers as well. You can apply them. Not your personal in single player soldiers. I mean, you can customize those here, and they each have several classes setups, I would say them, right? Like, I would call them setups, in which you cannot define which skills specifically do you want to have, which ability perks, but they instead predefine them for you, which makes it kind of, how to put it better, gimmicky, I would say, but that's easier to balance in my opinion. So for instance, when you select a assault, you can select, for instance, let's go with gunner, right? This is a second, and in a price category it costs 2,250 points, plus the basic cost of 800 for a basic soldier, right? And altogether it comes down to 3,050 points without any additional weaponry, and etc, etc. If you use the basic equipment, such as simple shotgun or simple assault rifle, you don't pay any extra, right? But if you want better equipment, better armor, better secondary weapon, or you want additional items, right, you have to pay an extra. And this is when the troubles really begin, in my opinion, right? The lack of balance within these things, you know, the lack of how to put it better, the lack of, I don't even know how to really put it. I mean, just look at the basic things. I really like to use scopes on my soldiers because they increase the chance to hit the target, right? But there's a whole bunch of things that you can use. There's frag grenades, alien grenades. There are all the things which you would normally uncover in the single player, right? And you can also equip them on your soldiers. But the way they are balanced, the prices really makes no sense in some circumstances. For instance, nanofiber vest, which adds 2 hit points to your soldier, it costs 200 points. Whereas the hit-in plating, which costs 300 points, it adds 4 points of health and reduces damage from melee attacks, right? It's generally much more effective and it costs just a little bit more expensive, you know. Many items don't really make sense, the costs on these items. Like, for example, you have laser rifle, right? 200 points. It has certain characteristics, 5 normal attack and 7 if it's critical, right? And then we have the next one, the light plasma rifle, which is the upgraded version, right? It's a plasma, the lowest possible plasma weapon in the game after the pistol, and it gives you additional 10 aim bonus in addition to the damage value of the laser rifle, right? And it costs just 50 points more. I mean, it's obviously much better, right? And these 10 points are very, very cool, and it's just 50 additional points cost, whereas with the scope, if you select a scope in your character, it's at 100 points cost. And there's many things like this. I mean, I was obviously not playing enough matches. I played around 10 matches today. It's not enough to judge about the balance in the game, right? And it's generally too early to talk about anything because I've seen everything today. You cannot imagine which things I had to fight against. The squads full of commanders, the squads which had a nice combination, right, of a sniper, heavy, and assault, and they were so diverse and different, and plus the disbalances on the map, which are very evident. Like, for instance, I'm a big fan of using as my body armor, I use skeletal suit, which allows me to use the grappling hook. It's the cheapest armor, which allows you to use grappling hook simultaneously. Simultaneously. And what I do is, when the shit hits the fan in the multiplayer game, I just hook all the way up to the highest level in the map and just sit there, right? What happened to me in one of the matches, a guy mind-controlled one of my soldiers, and because the way game operates, he cannot kill the soldier as he's mind-controlling him. What I did is, I just I hooked all the way up to the highest position in the map, and I sat there for like 3 turns, right? And once the mind control evaporated off of my soldier, I got down and I just killed him, right? I just tore him apart. These things are... I think they should address them, right? And at the same time, many builds in the game right now are so freaking cheesy. Like, for instance, my build is very cheesy. I used 2 assaults and 1 support, right? Before I used 3 assaults as such. It works. It has devastating effects when the enemy focuses on quality, right? When he has very few units. It also has devastating effects when I can't figure out what the enemy is planning to do with his units, right? And it's hard to really say what I feel about the balance right now. And if you play the game right now, you will figure out that there is no balance right now. There is nothing balanced, and you never know what to expect from your opponents, even remotely to expect, right? You might want to put 3 sectoid commanders, which will be able to mind control the enemy, or to get 1 psionic in your team. But if your enemy has, let's say, one mech unit, right, you will soon figure out that you're about to wipe. And only you will be able to do release just to say GG and just swear a lot at him, right? Or just swear a lot without any GGs. So, in general, as such, I think it is a very fun multiplayer in XCOM. I really enjoy it, you know. I don't know why I enjoy it, maybe because I never played such multiplayer before, but I think it needs a lot of working on. You know, a lot of places on the map cannot be reached unless you have the grappling hook, which comes with the suit of armor, or if you control a unit which can fly, which makes it impossible in some circumstances to defeat a player which goes there, right? For instance, I myself, I can do the following. I can grapple hook on some maps for indefinite amount of time, and just sit there waiting while you're trying to use your berserker, for instance, right? And I'm just gonna sit there and wait until you're going to run out of either patience, either firepower, either whatever else you're going to run out of, because you're just not going to be able... Oh, I just thought of something really cheesy. Why don't I make a squad of 6 snipers, give them the most basic training possible, but also give them the grappling hook armor, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grapple hook to the position in the map, right? I'm going to get up in the position in the map which cannot be reached, and I'm gonna snipe all the enemies Oh my god, this game is so cheesy. It's like, imagine a game in which the only strategies which you can use, like if you played StarCraft, imagine a game in which you start off and you instantly do a 6-pull, bam, or you do early gate push, right, with several zealots, or you do a marine bunker push. Imagine such a game. Well, this is XCOM multiplayer, and that's all I have to say about it for the moment. I probably will make a video trying to explain my thought process behind making my team, but again, it's really cheesy, so if you're not, if you're not cheese-proof and you're easily trolled, please do not watch it, you're going to be extremely disappointed. For now, this is all from me, this is all for the first video about XCOM multiplayer. You should actually play it if you did not, there's a couple of achievements there, and it's a lot of fun, you're actually missing out, especially when you're not losing to a very cheesy build, which will not happen often if you play fair. You have to figure out something just balanced, and my tutorials will hopefully be helpful in that. Regardless of the fact, I thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video and my commentary, do not forget to put a like on this video and favorite it. If you would like to see more from me on QuickSaveTV, do not forget to subscribe and come back for more later. Good luck on the field of battle, Commander. I'll see you soon.